Welcome in, Soul Family. Welcome to today's Source First channel card read and teachings for the collective. So I'm just going to cleanse my space, the crystals, the cards, and the cards either side of me here. So there's going to be 3 sharp sounds from the tinctures. One more. That's lovely. Lovely, lovely. Thank you very much. And I've asked Spirit to use me as a direct channel to communicate messages to you for the collective who are energetically aligned. I'm not going to take those, Spirit, but I did see a retreat underneath. There were too many there. So retreat, we had that card out yesterday, didn't we? Too many there, but the top card is strength. I feel like you've been healing. You've been healing, and it's time. Too many cards there, but the top card's happiness. Is this how we're rolling today? So you've retreated. You've strengthened yourself. Oh, wow, there's leadership. Okay, well, this is a whole new style of shuffling. Why not? Leadership, and you've been very patient. Very patient indeed. But you know, everything is in divine timing, and when we are waiting for something to come in, it's very difficult to not be impatient about it. For me, I think that only just prolongs the matter, because it's almost like you're demanding. It's like a little child demanding that it has its treats before dinner and not after when it's time. That's how I feel about it anyway. We just got to trust that the whole process, from spirit is how it's meant to be. Okay, on the floor. Enlightenment, absolutely. You are aligned now with your higher self. Do you remember the other day I talked to you about collective. I did a higher self meditation. I linked it a few days ago. I'll link it again for those who didn't listen to it. But wow, it's been very powerful for me, that the whole, that energy just feels different. And I talked to you before about, the solar plexus. I felt it like draining upwards. Is that right? Can it drain upwards? Like emptying upwards, like being drawn out of me by my higher self. It was quite amazing. And so now we are in an enlightened state, a higher perspective state, where we can still feel things. We'll still feel things that are going on in the 3D, but they won't affect us as much. And it's a little bit like being detached, but not in a negative detachment usual sense style. It's about having a higher perspective and understanding that things are happening for you and not to you. So that we can actually progress. So enlightenment there, and new beginnings are coming, and that number's a 10, so that's the end of a cycle. You've got change coming in. Absolutely. Do you not feel it? I just feel like I actually had to check yesterday whether it was a full moon, because the energy for me is just, I'm like just buzzing, you know. And I don't mean in like a hyper way, just it's internal. It's like well, I suppose my vibration, you know, the whole vibration is just buzzy, very energetic internally. So I've still got the same crystals. I'm still working with my upper chakras. So I've got the amethyst here and the selenite tower and thumbstone. I sat and felt, I should say, whether I wanted to change those up today, and I absolutely don't. Right, I'm going to change the deck, because I think that's what's, not all that Spirits had to say, but because they said quite a bit there, didn't they? But I think that's all they've got to say from that deck. So we're moving on to my little trusty friends Animal Oracle Spirit deck. Straight out. You are never alone. Remember, we've always got our team around us. Next card out. And call them in, ask them to help you. Be open to infinite possibilities. These are flying out today. And we've got surrender. So when we have a certain destination in mind, you know, maybe something that we've been manifesting, we feel that we've kind of, this is the direction that we're going, but we just need to stay open to any other possibilities. Remember, we don't know exactly what is for our highest good. We feel like we know that we want to go in a certain direction. These cards are alive today. But we need to remain open to infinite possibilities, because Spirit knows what is in our highest good. And when we surrender to that process, then we will be able to receive what is for us, okay? Because we're actually, sometimes we can get in our own way. We can block ourselves by being so determined that we want to go in this particular direction, that we're not listening and watching and seeing the signs and synchronicities from Spirit to tell us otherwise. Brown Bear Spirit is telling us take time out. It's okay to rest. Keep saying that the last few days. I've just had to, like, every time I've done an activity, you know, whatever it is, even something in the house, or like this morning I've been out on an errand with my friend, and you know, I just have to come home and retreat and just kind of decompress, especially when it's around lots of other people, and it's okay to rest. You know, we are brought up with the whole ethos of we can't sit down during the daytime because, you know, somebody might think we're being lazy, you know. It's okay to rest. If you need to sleep, sleep. Obviously you can't shirk your responsibilities, but just rest. Sit down. Especially with this heat going on, you know, I don't have to take it out of us. Right, next card is Let Spirit Be Your Guide. These cards, I wish you could see. They're literally flying across the room. Let Spirit guide you. That's just what I was saying. And believe in yourself, you know. We kind of have this, like, we have an understanding that this is coming about for us, don't we? We have this innate understanding, this inner standing, I like to call it. But at the same time, the ego, the brain is kind of going, really? Why you? But you must believe, okay? The brain is there just as a survival mechanism, and it wants to keep you safe, okay? Sometimes we just need to take that first step for Spirit to be able to follow through for us, you know. We can't kind of sit at home not applying for jobs and want the perfect job to knock on the door to us, you know what I mean? Sometimes we've just got to be guided to take that first step. So I suppose it's all about checking in with your intuition and co-creating with Spirit. There you go. Oh, you have a lot to say through these cards today. Thank you. Anything else for the collective? That one. Life is a mystery. Yes, sir. I talk about it all the time, don't I? Man plans, God laughs. All right, all right. Man plans, God laughs. You know, we think we have to be here, but actually Spirit's like, nah, mate, you're over there. Watch your words. But this is to yourself, I believe. So I think that fits with the believe in yourself. Watch your words that you're talking to yourself. You know, people do it all the time, whether it's part of deflection, whether it's nervousness if somebody gives them a compliment. You know, if you wouldn't say to your friend, to a close friend, what you are saying to yourself, then maybe you need to be just having a little check-in on the words, the language that you're using for yourself. Okay. We don't call words spelling for nothing. Remember that, folks. We're literally, you know, when we think about witches casting spells, you don't need to have a whole load of implements and devices. What was it? What was the old is it Macbeth? Eye of Newton, something of frog, toe of frog, I don't know what it is. You don't need to have all that. Literally, you can put a spell on over anything with your words, okay, including yourself. So be careful of the words that you're using around yourself, and you can overcome any obstacle, remembering that to feel your way through your day. Where were we here? Yeah, again, that card, believe in yourself. You can overcome any obstacle by just checking into your solar plexus. And when the brain is kind of giving you that whole, yeah, no, you're not worthy, man, just check in with yourself and realize, remember who you are, what you've overcome, what you've come here to do, what your intuition is telling you to do, what your soul's whisper is telling you to do. Remembering that I have created a course and a book which I publish on Amazon and which is on perfecttherapies.online, called The Soul's Whisper, and it's all about the innate understanding of listening to that guidance. And the next one out, be loyal to what you love. I just think that's those around you. Loyalty is everything, you know. To have, it's happened to me recently in the last couple of weeks, to have somebody have your back when you are not even in that situation, when you are not even in that room with that person, and what is going on about you. That's some fierce loyalty, man. That's some fierce loyalty. And try to surround yourself with those types of people. People who have your back in rooms you are not even in. Act as if. So fake it till you make it card there. Literally, we have to trick the energy into believing that we've already achieved what it is that we wanted. I used to really struggle with listening to this. When I heard this from a reader, that Minnow Pond, that I used to, well, I still listen to him, but I listened to him a lot in the beginning. And he always talked about faking it till you make it, and I didn't quite get the concept, but now I understand it's all about the energy that we're putting out, remembering that we're little antennas. So whatever it is that we're thinking, where thought goes, energy flows. So we are putting out that information to the universe, like a little antenna. We're just being coded off our vibration, off our thoughts. So if we're acting that we've already kind of achieved that, and so we can do that really easily by, when we wake up in the morning, the first thing we do instead of reaching for the phone is to just sit with yourself for the first few minutes as you wake up, because your brain's still in alpha state, and the alpha state is the state of play that the brain is in when you've done like 20 minutes of meditation. So you can easily reprogram yourself within those first 5 minutes of the day, and I've actually seen it work. My 2 teenage boys, bless them, don't always see eye to eye, and I was asking for if it's in their highest good that they have a wonderful relationship, but we don't do it as a projection. We do it as, so these are the exact words that I used. Why do my boys have a wonderful relationship? Why do my children get along so well? Why do my children want to sit together, want to talk together, want to play together? You know, why? We ask why, not please can they, but why. So we act as if, and that applies to anything, you know. Please can I have this job? Why did I get this wonderful job that fulfills my needs and my roles, and it helps me to be creative and joyful, and sustains my my living, my lifestyle? You know, act as if. Oh, sorry, the owl card was there as well. Where have you gone? And there it is. You can see clearly now, and that's all about the higher wisdom, isn't it? And seeing from a higher perspective. We get that card a lot, and I do like that. Wise old owl. Right, this is the Herbal Astrology. I'm still getting to know this deck, so bear with me. But the only way I'm going to get to know it is by using it, so I do need to use it, guys, okay? This is by Adriana Ayales. I don't know how to pronounce her name, I'm really sorry. And there we've got Rose. Oh, love. Now, this came out the other week and I didn't have the same feeling that I've actually got about it now. Gosh, that is so, it's so mind-blowing to me that. Literally, as I pulled that card, I remember talking about somebody who'd had love that's hurt them because of the blood there. But now I just felt instinctively that that is coming for you, for my singles out there, for my single collectives. Love, yeah. It doesn't always have to be romantic. Remember that love can come in many, many forms. If you're looking for love, absolutely, as a partnership, that's brilliant. But it can also be friendship. It can be family connections, deepening of relationships that you've already got. But I did feel straight off that there's love coming in for the singles. How lovely. And that applies to me too, as part of the collective. Right, what else do you want to tell us, Spirit? Anything else on this deck? Anything else for the collective? Okay, let's go for the Angel Oracle. Oracle Angel, I always get the wrong way around. Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray. Lovely, lovely. Loosening up a bit these cards now. They're just such good quality. They're so difficult to shuffle. Okay, which card for the collective, Spirit? Lovely. Oh, we've got two there. Surrender, absolutely. We had, what did we have? We had something very similar. Overcome, what's your words? Co-create, is that what I was thinking? Spirit be your guide. Open to infinite possibility. So it's another iteration. So when Spirit has like a theme in a reading, they're literally saying we mean what we say. You must surrender your ideal, okay? You know, you have a feeling, you have an innate understanding that something is changing, that something has happened, that you're on the precipice of something. But don't be so fixated on what it is and how it has to come, because all we'll do there is block our avenues for it actually coming in. So be open, be grateful that you are attuned, that you understand that this is happening, but just be open to what it is that's actually coming in. I'm really drawn to that. I don't really, it reminds me of a lobster. It's beautiful. That's literally the energy that I see when I'm giving Reiki, when the life force energy is coming through. This is what I see between my hands and the client. It's amazing. Okay, cut the cords. Right, who are you hanging on to? You must ask Angel Michael, Archangel Michael, to come in and cut any emotional ties that you have with anyone, anything, or any place that no longer serves you. Something is draining your energy. We're not about fear-based here. I'm just telling you the facts based on the cards that are coming through. Cut the cords. It's a very simple exercise. Literally ask Archangel Michael, please, to cut the cords of anyone, anything, any place, literally any habit, any belief system that is not for your highest good, okay? You can do it now. You can pause the video, remembering that there's timestamps. I should probably have said that at the beginning. Oh, and I've also added Ko-fi to my PayPal page. K-O-F-I, Ko-fi. You can buy me a Ko-fi if you are drawn to do so. Too many there, Spirit, I'm sorry. What else is it you're wanting to say? There we go. Midheaven, Pinnacle. Yeah, remembering we had this recently as well. Sun card. It represents a sun card to me, this, like, that we from the tarot deck. Midheaven, Pinnacle. We are at the pinnacle now. We are literally a step away from what is happening and what is coming. Absolutely beautiful message there, Spirit. Namaste to you. Thank you for channeling through me. And thank you guys for listening. The channel keeps growing. It's really exciting. The retention rate is absolutely huge. I've had to learn how YouTube works as I've been going doing the readings, and it's not the same as social media. Yes, it still works on algorithms, but it's all about retention rate. It's not about views or likes. It's about how long people watch the videos for. A good retention rate is at about 5%, and if it meets a 5% criteria, then it will be boosted to other viewing platforms or other channels that other people watch that are very similar to this one. It will be recommended to them, to other people's pages. And I have a retention rate of about 35%, which is extraordinary for a new channel. So, but that's down to you guys, because you're listening, you're engaged, and you're actually taking on board Spirit's messages and what is being said. So I'm really, really grateful, because you are helping me to get the messages out to the collective. And I really, really appreciate that. Many, many blessings to you for that. Thank you.